Moving on to the 9th, second last on the programme, and we're back on the dirt here. 1650. It's a Class 3 contest headed by Circlet Hassler, dropping back into Class 3 company. Cheerful Star is second start, makes his all-weather debut. Circuit Glory down in class, also making his all-weather debut. Tank Fleming, a course and distance winner, 2 starts back. Goldfield, all-weather debutant as well for Richard Gibson. Play-wise, another one first time on the dirt. Remarkable, though. 3 out of 4 on the all-weather surface, and down to Imperial Concord, who's up in class. It was a last start course and distance winner.
This is one of the harder races of the day. Now, good to slow, I think is a fair enough assessment when you look at the race one way, but you could also look at it another way and potentially there might be more pace in the race. Worth noting, and the website will tell you this, that Tang Fleming led all the way over the course and distance 2 starts ago to win and then bled last start. So he's a little bit of a question mark runner coming into the race. I thought the speed map could go a number of ways here.
Yeah, this horse has raced forward in the past as well, and I've really liked his last couple of gallops. He's been going pretty well, this horse. Tommy Berry's aboard. He's the second outsider of the field, but keep an eye on him. I think he's going well. Tang Fleming, Alberto Senna, that's what we talked about. He's just bled this horse at his last start. So he's had that little issue. He's had a little break off and he's fresh back in. But he has a winner 2 starts to go on over the course and distance. And here's Wampoa Star. He's a horse that's improved since he's got onto the all-weather. He looked like a foregone prospect when he was on the turf. But since he's gone to the all-weather, he's been running pretty well.
Yeah, another reason why the speed map, Andrew, looks tricky. He's drawn 14, he led last start, he might roll forward. Playwise was handy in a recent trial. You've got other options as well. Tang Fleming could lead. Obviously, Nuclear Power from a low gate, I think, would kick up. Circuit Hassler's drawn 13, might push over. So all of a sudden, there could be a bit happening charging into that first bend. All
right, Remarkable, I think, will be sitting back in the field and just biding his time. He's had a great season on the dirt. We're not looking at one of his wins, though. This is behind Glorious Artist last time out.
I think it's been established, too, that this is clearly his best surface. Royal Performer, his form is terrific. He defeated Agree on the turf and then ran second to Glorious Artist and 5th to Glorious Artist. Glorious Artist ran a track record on one of those occasions, so his form is solid. The gate doesn't worry me because I'm going to sort of suggest there might be some pace and he can roll into it late.
Yeah, it looks that way, doesn't it? It looks like there could be a bit of pace. And Remarkable, he's got barrier 9, he'll get back, so he'll be the one running on late. And I think he can run a really good race.
The start before, he cut through the field like a hot knife through butter. The next one we can have a look at is Imperial Concord. He likes to get back as well. He's got a withering late run. We saw this replay earlier on as well.
Again, just reverting back to the speed map, like it is so often in races, if you can get it right on this one, you can probably get the result pretty right. If there is a lot of tempo and they get moving a fair way from home, then Imperial Concord, Royal Performer, Remarkable sort of all seem to come into it. If Chada Thunder runs a big race earlier on in the day, which I expect him to, it'll frank this form.
Yeah, just he's up in grade, that's the question, if he can put 2 together, but he is a horse in form at the moment.
All right, that's Imperial Concord. Play-wise, we're going to have a look at making his all-weather debut. Alberta Rispoli Barrier 12. Now, Zach Purton's ridden him in one of his trials, his winning trial as well, but he rides the 20-to-1 shot Cheerful Star.
Yeah, and you can see Nuclear Power just sort of sat in, but from barrier number 1 with Matthew Poon aboard, there's every chance he's going to kick up. Not necessarily lead, but he'll want to be handy to the speed. And obviously, Playwise went on to win there from best step in this trial. But he's come up with barrier number 12, so where he ends up, I've got no idea. I think the barrier, for me, makes it tough.
Yeah, I'll put Nuclear Power in because I think he's going to get a really good run in the race, and he does like the surface.
All right, OK, but another open contest, the 3rd of the dirt ones. Remarkable, probably deserves to be favourite in this.
He does. I'm going to have one to beat him because I think it's a real open race and there's a lot of ifs and buts in this race. Now, Jade Fortune, I showed his track work. I've got a theory of this horse, and when he gets down to a weight of 125 or less, he runs really well. It seems to be a horse that struggles when he carries 131, 133. He's now back down to 125. He's only had 4 starts on the all-weather. He's won one of them, and it was a nice run. He can kick up. He can be just behind this pace Brett mentioned. And I think he can run a race. He's a second outside of the field, so I'm willing to take a chance with him at $38. Remarkable will be the toughest to beat, don't get me wrong. He's a very nice horse, and he'll be heading the line strongly. Nuclear Power will get the best run of the race, and Zalong has come through the 4-year-old series. I didn't think it was a bad run from him last time. So I went 5, 11, 9 and 8, but I'm willing to take an each-way chance on the 5.
Fair enough, Paul. I've got him in the tips as well. I'm going to play the race like there will be a solid enough tempo and it'll allow the back markers to get into it. I think Royal Performer's recent racing has been super. Casper Founds, I don't think's ever had him going better, and I don't think he's reached the top of the mountain with regards to his rating. Remarkable's highlighted that this is his surface. Imperial Concord's in the best form of his career. 21 goes in the class, never been able to feature in the first 3. That's a question mark, obviously, but Frankie Law's got him flying. Jade Fortune, for the reason Paul mentioned, he won a race on this surface earlier on in the season, looked really good in doing so. So there's a lot of options here. If the horses on the pace happen to feature, well, I'm in big trouble. 2, 11, 14 and 5, Andrew.
11 for me, Remarkable. There's any number of interesting runners. One of them I thought was Circuit Glory, down in class on the all-weather for the first time as well, but very open. One more race to come, race number 10, plus all the best bets. That's up next.